Alright, welcome back to another episode of Nightingale. Today's episode, we're gonna try to get to the Watch. I got all the things that we need for Nellie Bly's quest, and we're gonna turn them in right now. We've got people that need my attention and a portal stabilizer that needs fixing. Be brief, will you? I've retrieved the etched ingot. Placidia, you have it. I've never seen it myself. While I appreciate discretion, you should have approached waving a find like that in your hands. Passing it here, quickly now. I feel strangely chilled by looking at its surface. I can't fathom what it would be like to observe it in its raw state. Tell me, did the Sun Giants put up a fight? How did you not end up squashed like a worm? They're intelligent and open to trade. They traded with one? I mean, you traded with one? I'm dumbstruck by the possibility. Perhaps after this is all said and done, I'll write an article about your exploits. Of all the resources we need, this is the one I was least confident we could obtain. Yet here it is, our attunement conductor. We must, however, not get ahead of ourselves. There are still 2 missing resources we'll require if we have any chance of tinkering with the stabilizer. Oh, and this here is for you. From all of us, while altruism and exploration are the finest rewards for the Realm Walker, don't pretend you weren't expecting some other recompense. We're nearly there. The watch is within reach. The only question is, can we grasp it? Only one way to find out. Alright, we got that one turned in. I retrieve the alien heart. The alien heart? Don't yank this gal's chain. If you manage to come by such a rarity, don't make me beg to see it. Oh my stars. You've taken the soles right off my shoes. Just look at it. Like staring into the eye of beauty itself. I must know the story of how you came to possess it. They do. I fell one as I would any other tree. It's a beautiful story enough. They do just about anything for fresh meat. Beautiful story. I'm not sure if that's a profound statement or one of utter lunacy, but I won't press you in case it's the latter. If I've done my work here, this heart should slot right into the stabilizer where the radium firebox used to be. You've put a real dent in our mission, my friend. Only one more resource to go. Mayhaps you harbored the Geo-Arcanist soul after all. Oh, before I forget, while out scouting, one of the survivors found an old Red Cross cache. We thought you'd be able to make better use of it than us. No sense lingering any longer. There's a new optimism in the air, just waiting to be seized, and seize it we shall. Now for our last thing. I retrieved the atomic charm oil. You've really done it then. The charm oil is in your pack. Hand it here, if you would, so I might keep it safe. Well, I'll be. This is a major step forward, I must say. I'm partly afraid to ask, but how did you manage to obtain it? A civil bizarre trade. I wasn't sure it was possible given how oddly those automatons behave. What a marvel that must have been to see one up so close. Still, what matters most is that now we've got our combustion fluid. In fact, it's the final piece of our portalization puzzle. I can't hardly believe it. But you've done mighty fine collecting all the resources. Mighty fine indeed. The survivors here wanted to thank you for the burden of responsibility you've taken on. They pitched in and pulled their goods. It's for you, a token of our gratitude. Let's not lose the path now. We must keep an eye ever vigilant, ever steady. Onward we go. Indeed, you must be proud of yourself. You're the real doer in the desperation situation. I did only what virtue set forth. I trod the path that needed to be tread. I like that one. Spoken like a bygone realm walker. Keep that tongue service up and you'll be an apple of Mr. Quatermain's eye. Not everyone can preserve in these Feywilds as you have. Retrieve these fantastical resources. Prove your willingness to forge a better tomorrow. In a time when so many can do little but mourn what's been lost. You pulled up your socks, stayed resilient. You showed that humans might be separated from Earth but not from our humanity. Let's not dally any longer and have faith that this pile of rust will bring us to the Watch. It will take a moment to fit everything in place. What do we do about those who want to stay in the realms? Yes, some ignorant fools see these wilds as a fresh start, believe the loss of Earth is no loss at all. To them, I say the realms are for exploring, not living, despite what some of my colleagues believe. Alright. We got that. Let's talk Nellie Bly now. It will take a moment to fit everything in place. You're able to fix it yourself? I'll have you know I've patented several of my own inventions. While my knowledge of these engines may not match dear Victor's, it's enough to get by in a pinch. Just a few moments more. The oil is heating. My God, does that stink? Like a fisherman's corpse. And the atomic conductor appears to be facilitating the flow. I can't hardly believe that is happening, but the stabilizer should spark up momentarily. It actually worked? We're about to find out. It's only right that you take the first step. The danger has truly passed. The gate should recognize you're fit to enter. Just head straight down, you'll see the portal. On the other side, ensure you consult with Mr. Quatermain straight away. He'll want a word with the unsanctioned realm walker who helped reopen the stable connection. See you in the lodge, I hope sooner or later. Yes, no need to milk this parting for all it's worth. I already offered my overwhelming sentimental thoughts. Your inner realmic chariot awaits, and that's one horse I wouldn't keep waiting. What's our thing is a portal? Or the portal's downstairs? Alright, time to travel through the watch.
Hie thee, realm walker, into the depths.
What's up, Puck?
My eyes are on stalks. I admit, credence towards this ramshackled stabilizer wavered like wisps in sunlight. I won't dare set foot within the watch, but fret not. This isn't the last you'll see of Robin. I'll call when the time is nigh to fulfill your end of the bargain. As per our agreement, don't you recall pledging your troth? You made a commitment by accepting my aid. A contract was made, sealed by ancient words. Each kindness given must beget an equal one in turn. I have given many, and what value can be placed upon one's own mortal coil? Doubtless a question we will answer in time.
Basically asking you what's thy bidding.
How's this? Your lips yearn to part through my glamour. Indeed, how thou hast grown. Oh, don't give me that face. Have I not ushered you well, friend? And I'll continue doing so when Byra thaws from her throne. If we shadows have offended, think but this, and all is mended. I need you in Nightingale as much as you long to be home. In return for my counseling, you will help me. Such were the terms of our contract. Know this, the path you walk leads to a place we both desire. Would that I could tell you this was a reverie, but you more than dream in our wilds. These are no mere visions that can disappear with a blink. As I am an honest Puck, if we have an earned luck, now to scape the serpent's tongue, we will make amends ere long. Else the Puck a liar call. So good night till winter's fall. Ready your hands if we be friends. In time, we shall both restore amends.
Guess the contract was made when I was running away. Or I would have just stood there and died. Anyway, let's head into the watch. It's been a long time coming. I think this is the social hub of the game. Or maybe not. I'm not. We'll find out, I guess. The Watch. Veiled behind the ocean of clouds lies an abandoned Fey Eyrie, which likely served as a fleeting observatory. Now it serves as mankind's safe haven, the Watch. Oh, I'm in third-person mode now. Oh, this is a social hub. Alright. Talk to Allan Quatermain. Just in case that starts like a side quest or anything, let's go find where Allan Quatermain is. Looks like he's around the bend here. Oh, he's above us. Huh, the unmistakable theater of interrealmic space. You open a portal here, then a miracle of sorts, outshone only by the glow in your eyes. It is with honor that I, Allan Quatermain, formally introduce you to the Watch, a place where lost bodies and minds coalesce to form a new bastion for new era. Dignified space, much better than roughing it in the realms. I'm unimpressed, it all looks rather fey. You're an old bastard, Quatermain, than in the flesh. Dignified space. We've made arrangements for whatever comforts we could, but you should wear this stink of adventure with pride. I must ask what brought you to the Watch. We're eager to expand our numbers, but we've not managed to spread word out into the realms yet. I came here after securing a permanent portal to the Watch. Permanent portal, you say? Pardon my skepticism, but such a thing hasn't been achieved since the Calamity. On top of that, you're no realm walker, no geo-arcanist, yet you don our pocket watch and guidebook. I was marooned and these tools were of more use to me than the corpse they were on. A Fae helped me, but oddly, his name slips my mind. I fumbled my way here. I didn't think I'd make it. I'm marooned. There is a morbid beauty in the fact that a walker's tools still serve guidance even after their deaths. No different from echoes in a sense. Go on, tell your tale. I went across the dashing Miss Bly in the desert. Swore a second was in the desert realm. She plied our path. Some desert lady, a journalist, insists I come here. Haven't occurred Miss Bly in the desert. Nellie! Oh, the relief I feel to hear her name. I am not a man of God, but if divine order ever dwelled in anyone, it is within that woman. What next? I need to know exactly. You open the portal. Repair damaged stabilizer by salvaging arcane materials. Ingenious, I admit. All Calcularia technology has its links in the realms, but through a sieve of mathematics, you went right to the source. That you stand before me is evidence that the pioneer spirit courses through you like fire on a river Styx. I did only what was in my power. I say you've earned these tools of the trade, so let my word be bond. As the explorers first, I hereby designate you an official realm walker and a welcome member of the Royal Cosmographical and Geo-Arcane Society. Congratulations, you made it to the watch. Quick travel here at any time via the map selection. Nice. I have synchronized your pocket watch to the watch frequency so that you may come and go as you please. This should enable you to come here from anywhere in the realms and then return to your estate when you take your leave. It's a great honor. Consider it less an honor and more responsibility. Finally, as you leave your sophomoric days behind, you ought to arrange a tool set tailored to your needs. Tell me when you're out in the field, do you prefer reliable utilitarian equipment, or are you willing to sacrifice efficiency in favor of magical augmentation? Magic seems OP in this game from this one spell I've gotten, so we'll do the efficiency reliability. Ah, we are kindred spirits, I see. Here I have tried these schematics myself, and I can vouch for their might. I expect you'll put them to good use. Alright. Too much talk, and my tongue tires. Worse, I can see you're preparing to utter a thank you from the awkward movement of your throat. There's nothing I hate more than being on the receiving end of a hat tip. You must be yearning to celebrate, right? So I should say. All I ask is that once you tire of the gallantries, you return to the perpetual connections you established in the watch. No point in delaying the matter any longer. A healthy dose of hedonism could do you good, Realmwalker, but I'll indulge your diligence. Our commitment to the watch is paramount, but so is my responsibility to you and your training. Thus I propose we cross 2 hurdles with 1 leap and incorporate some counsel into this discussion. As a Realmwalker, it is our duty to uncover the realm's enigma, and in doing so, light the beacons that guide humanity's path forward. At present, however, we must find our way back to Earth, to Nightingale. The Watch shall serve as both asylum and meeting grounds, a temporary home where the factions can gather and plot how we might fend off the Pale. The perpetual connection you formed between the desert and the Watch will supply us a straight channel for recruitment. But where our safety is concerned, I hear it may have been jeopardizing our situation. How have we compromised the Watch safety? Reaching the top of this mountain is no easy feat, even for the most tenacious of creatures. That's why we can sleep soundly without fear of a pesky bound or rabid leopardon looking for a midnight snack. If a threat were to breach us from inside, however, there's little we could do to fend it off, and it comes at no surprise that the Fae who erected these walls left their fair share of trickery gifts for us to unwrap. Underneath the Grand Hall we found 3 portals steering into esoteric vault depths. To our dismay, there are no ordinary vaults, but ones that serve as crowds of savage apex creatures. They have been contained so far, but up until now we had been severed from the portal network. With a new connection force, there is a chance the creatures may sense an opportunity to escape. You want me to defeat the creatures? In a sense, yes, but I regret to tell you it won't be that simple. These beasts can be temporarily overpowered, but there is no way to permanently vanquish them. Each time you trespass into their lairs, you'll have a chance to destroy an interim body, but you'll never claim their souls. After each bloodshed, they'll return just as vile as before. I won't lie, this Sisyphean task might wear down at our resolve, but it is our only chance to slow down the beast's advance and prevent upheaval to our base. Do you expect me to dedicate my existence to this fight? You won't have to. As we confront the end times, many will pray for a savior. But take it from me, a former card-carrying individualistic bastard, that the only hope for more tomorrows is stepped in a vast night ahead, hand in hand. Yours is not the heroic tale of a martyr, my friend. You are but one of the many brave Realmwalkers who will fight for a future, and the Watch is here to support each and every one of you. How can the Watch support us? Many wanderers have found solace inside these walls, and I've yet to find one whose talents cannot aid our cause. Before you turn your attention to the vaults, I ask that you introduce yourself to a number of potent allies. First, you'll meet a traitor by the name of Barnabus Dent. He may not look like much, but Mr. Dent is responsible for arranging the training routes that have kept us clothed and fed. I have no doubt he can point you towards the equipment you'll need for the days to come. Then you'll seek Peter Smith-Jones, editor-in-chief of the infamous Sunday Courier. I'm no patron of his work, but the bastard can smell secrets like a starving hound. If you can endure the stench of tainted wealth, he's better ally than an enemy. Finally, when you're properly equipped for the vaults, you should talk to Shiv Pierson. Miss Pierson is a fellow explorer who has graciously volunteered to keep watch over the vault's portals. She gives you the proper advice. You'll require a successive excursion. I'll see what they can offer me. Then off you go. There is much to explore, and time awaits for none. As our edicts asserts, decit nos amor ignoti. Alright, so now we just need to talk to Barnabus Dent. Guessing Barnabus Dent is that character right there, the BD. Is he on the second floor or the base floor? Greetings, my fine geo-arcane initiate. Finding yourself with an excess of essence and in need of goods or services? I, Barnabus Dent, of the acclaimed Dent and Daughters, am standing by ever ready to acquiesce. I was told to see you about improving my equipment. Mr. Quatermain knows exactly who we can rely on down here. I, of course, would be happy to supply the whole of the explorers with arms of the highest quality, or my establishment up and running. When do you expect to be ready? Surely, my esteemed customer, but some things simply cannot be rushed. While I, myself, am not yet open for business, there are many fine folk here who, with my help, have established quite lucrative businesses of their own. Whatsoever you might seek, I assure you, it can be found with one of these excellent proprietors. I suppose I'll take a look, then. Of course, don't forget about Denny and Dars while you browse for an eager visitor. Might I provide a sample of our unparalleled merchandise ahead of the crowds? There will be plenty more available for purchase once doors are open. That's all for now. Do come again. The field of commerce is ever expanding, and that's all. Let's actually go into the shop here. See what they got. They must not have a shop yet. We got all our traders here. And next we need to talk to Peter Smith Jones. Ho there! I don't suppose you'd have a free moment to regale me for the ongoings out in those fire realms, newcomer. You're quite a bit fresher than most in this stuffy old tower, and I'd wager you'd know a better understanding of the outside world than we. I have some stories to tell if it helps. Splendid. Of course, before we get ahead of ourselves, introductions are in order. Peter Smith Jones is the name, editor-in-chief of Nightingale's finest paper, the Sunday Courier. Where shall we start? Quatermain mentioned you may have information. I believe it meant when you're calling us. Wilmina Sass. Wilmina's alive? Ah, but of course she is. The scamp could push back the pail itself with a few pointed words and sheer force of will. Thank you for telling me, Realm Walker. I've heard my share of news since I arrived, but this is second to none. Warms my old heart when if the rotten bugger after my job, huh? I try to think what she would do with such influence. You and I both. Well, Amina is top-notch journalist, the best in my employ, but when she looks at the world, her view ends only a few feet beyond herself. With a few more years under her belt, she'll learn to see the whole of a thing and grasp the service our paper really provided. It might even soften the mean streak a touch. Quatermain may have it written. Did he now? Frankly, I'm surprised he deigned to mention me with his new recruits. So what did he say exactly? Held your intelligence a very high esteem. Now that's a flam if ever I heard one. Ha! He would, of course, be right to say so. If the watch happenings are of interest, there's none more well acquainted than I. What are you hoping to ask me? Let's get right to the point then. There's much I and good people of the watch wish to know. Tell me your journey here. Each row my Ooh, the Red Cross Knight sounds good. Yes. Just the sort of fantastical madness these explorers are always going on about. And did you meet anyone interesting along the way? Learn to trade with many of the realm's kin and creatures. Ha! Now there's no need to embellish with such fancies. I don't suppose you were witness to any human interactions of note. Clandestine means between, say, a giant and a household name? Can't say anyone I met was engaging in that sort of thing. Now that is a shame. Sunday Courier publishes news of the certain style and spinning these fantastical odysseys into the sort of stories my readers expect. Or perhaps I've not got the eye for it as I once did. You need the tenacity of youth to keep up with these changing times. I'd wager a man of my years ought to be lazing about by the sea, rob in hand, not a care in the world. Sure, you're still a fine journalist. I see someone knows the value of staying on the good side of a rumor mill. Ha! It seems retirement will have to wait until the world has thoroughly finished ending. My apologies for any time wasted. Of course, if there's anything you'd like to ask me, the floor is yours. Have you any news to share? I may yet. What sort of news are you looking for? Any new developments around the watch? Anywhere in Nightingale City? Nothing yet, I'm afraid, but rest assured I'll be the first to know when the telegrams start arriving. Alright, never mind. Excuse me? Alright, now we need to talk to Shiv Pierson. Shiv Pierson. Guessing it's this person right here. Well, who's this I see? Chest inflated and with the vigor of a calcularian know-it-all. If it weren't for the pocket watch and guidebook, I'd send you right back up those stairs. I'm gonna get a drink real quick. Excuse me? Oh, don't go turning those britches into gas pipes. It was only a jab. My, if that's enough to send you reeling, you'll never survive these vaults. Shiv is the name, sentinel of these vaults. How might I help you? Quatermain suggests I speak with you. Rightfully so, and nothing gets in or out of these vaults without my notice. You mentioned you might have some advice for me. I might. Best that you leave the disparagement to me. Listen, as much as I love a good give it and take, these vaults are to be taken seriously. If you're going to help defend the watch, you deserve to know what you're up against. Quatermain did fill me in on an extent. Go on. I sense he left out pivotal details, and I'm not about to send you in there without the full story. Through these portals lie dangerous dungeons filled with Fae traps and tricks. Old Fae used to use these to rest their own abilities, so don't be thinking this will be easy. You'll need to use both wit and brawn to make it through the final battle. Will be a brutal one. What are these interim bodies Quatermain mentioned? Ah, so he told you that much, did he? But I don't suppose he mentioned Jana. No, he didn't. So the old man's still scared. I suspected as much. See, Jana is a pivotal detail. Jana is a powerful and unkillable spirit. He passes from beast to beast, bringing siege and destruction everywhere he goes. That means these apex creatures aren't just your regular apexes. They are Jana reincarnated, and that is no small matter. If Jana reaches the watch, we're all done for, so we need him killed every time he reappears. He's there now. Will you face him? For a sanctuary of hope. For the sanctuary and hope of humanity, of course. Then go, and if you fail, I'll be ready. I won't let the watch down. Major vaults can be accessed within the portals of the watch. These major vaults contain extremely valuable resources, but are also guarded by powerful creatures. Realm walkers may encounter other realm walkers within major vaults. Join forces with other realm walkers to conquer the major vaults. Travel to the Apex Vault. I guess we're traveling to the Apex Vault then. Which one's the Apex Vault? I guess we'll try our hand at this left one here. Uh-huh. Oh, it's back from whence I came. I hear gunshots. Somebody's been through here. So it looks like you need to come in here with empty inventories. Alright, that's good to know. Quite a lot of players down here. Oh, you get tier 3 essence from here? Maybe they're tier 2 still. This is very interesting. Well, this might be impossible as long as, you know, it's just a one-person thing. Try to get some of the chests before the other players get to them. I feel like I accidentally picked that up. Yeah, there's no way that's mine. Somebody wants to throw that in my inventory. That's a bit annoying. Well, I probably actually picked it up when I was grinding through this stuff. Quest complete. Reach the portal. Uh-huh, and where's the portal at? Oh, maybe down there? Or is that the door I came in from? There's the door I came in from. Alright, so we'll travel to the watch, because I don't know where the portal is. I'll probably just dismantle whatever that item is, unless that was a... I don't think that was a reward I got for completing the missions. I'm not sure if you can actually go back to look at rewards. It seems too powerful to be a reward, though. No, it doesn't look like I can look at previous quests. But I feel like it's way too high end for what everyone else's like gear score is. Yeah, it gets 247. I'll throw it in a suitcase for later on when I work my way up there. But I ain't gonna use it. Feels like cheating. Back in, you must be a glutton for punishment, or you just like my company. Either way, how might I help you? I've killed Jonna for now. And? How do you feel? Honestly, a little underwhelming because, you know, I had a bunch of people there that just murdered him for me. Insatiable, huh? Oh, I really like you. I remember the first time I killed Jonna, he was in the body of a Death Eater. Drove my knife straight into his eye socket, lobotomized the devil so I could really take my time with him, you know. Wasn't nearly as satisfying as the second and third time. But I suppose congratulations are in order, so well done, Realm Walker. You've completed a time-honored rite of passage for every Geo-Arcane Initiate. Well, almost every. I'm honored to be considered among your ranks. Are you getting sweet on me? Leave the bootlicking to Quatermain. He'll be happy to know you've done what he can't. I see that look of stupor, and yes, it's true. Quatermain has never killed Jonna, I suppose. If he had, there would be no more Jonna to kill. What else do you know about Jonna? Not much more to say. He's not as complex as the spirits of the realm, so his patterns are fairly predictable. But that doesn't make him any less powerful. There's that look of stupor again. I'm starting to worry that's just your face. But yes, I'm saying that Jonna originated from Earth, not the Feywilds. If you want more of that story, you'll need to talk to Quatermain. After all, he's the one who brought Jonna to the realms in the first place. You have been an invaluable asset, Shiv. I'll use this information well. Just don't go sharing it around. Jones thinks he's got his ear everywhere, but I'm privy to more than he's got brains to understand. But don't go thinking I'm some church bell. I only feed realm walkers this morsel, even in the end of days. There's nothing like sharing stories with your fellow explorers. I appreciate your forthrightness. I appreciate your good taste. Regardless, you best be moving on. I'm certain Quatermain has more tasks for you, and so long as those portals are open, Jonna will be waiting to see you again. So long, Realm Walker. Take care, Shiv. Alright, let's go back up and talk to Quatermain. Do I get rewarded for doing this, though? Excellent enchanter. Footed chest. I wonder how many storage spaces that can hold. Yes, I see there are questions nipping at your mind. I have returned after slaying Jonna. Ah, I see that Miss Pierson didn't think twice before running her yapper. This is not how I planned to have this conversation, but there's no point delaying it now. I'm not here for judgment, just the truth. Fine, it's all a history lesson you want, then we can waste our time with all the trivial details of a decade-old tale. I met Jana in Kinderland, north of my previous undertaking with the Pongo people. At the time, Jana's spirit had taken hold of an elephant thrice as big as the second largest you can find. The people I came to know as the White Kanda were at war with the Black Kanda, who had earned Jana's favor and unrelenting force against their rivals. Priests from the White Kanda sought my aid, adamant that I was the only one who could put an end to the monster. It was never my place to impart on their war, but even as I tried to distance myself from the conflict, fate deemed otherwise. What is Jana exactly? Depends on who you ask. To the White Kanda, Jana was the devil himself. To the Black Kanda, he was their beloved god and protector, the invincible, the invulnerable. If you seek a more practical perspective, when Jana is a spirit, powerful, immortal, and unbound to human morality. If he has a corporeal form of his own, I wouldn't know. Every time we meet, he's dressed in a different body. Always that of a large, formidable creature whose strength he commandeers for his wicked purposes. Is it true you brought him to the realms? The graceful answer would be yes, but I'm afraid I'm too pig-headed to leave it at that. Truth is, despite the priest's confidence in me, I was powerless against Jana. The elephant's pure-blind mug could stand 2 feet from my barrel, yet my bullet strayed as if shot by some clumsy dunkard. That day, glory was Hans. My dear companion didn't survive the fight, but he held on long enough to put a final bullet in that brute's brain. I stayed with Hans until he passed, and when I moved on, I was certain Jana was no more. From then on, whenever I met Jana's new body, was never far behind, and while my bullets missed his vitals, so did his claws miss mine. The standstill turned me bold and inevitable. I made a mistake. I was at peace with dying, but a friend brought me to the realms instead. When I came to, I was already here, and as you've guessed, Jana came in tow. Shiv still believes you're the one meant to kill him. I don't believe I was meant to be part of Jana's story, but it is a self-fulfilling prophecy. When our paths cross, we came forever linked. I hold no illusions I can ignore the beast forever. One day I shall indulge his petulant vendetta and put this matter to bed. And when the time comes, the end of Jana will be the end of Quatermain. Is this enough of an explanation for you, Realm Walker? Thank you for sharing your story with me. Your kindness is unexpected, but appreciated. If your disappointment lingers, let its sting cement by previous lessons. Do not place your faith in heroes. John is but one of many poison chalices you'll receive from the Realm Walkers who came before you. It is the burden of your generation to finish fights you have not started, of silent toil that won't be met with laurels or heroic ballads, but one that all Realm Walkers shall bear together, and humanity stands a chance at a future. Yet, unlike the heroes of tales, you have a choice. If you are to join our fight, it shall be driven by will, not destiny. Only if you're ready to make that choice can we proceed with our endeavors. My commitment to our cause has never waned. You humble me, Realm Walker. The world has asked so much of you in so little time, yet you face each struggle with dignity and grace. I don't know if Nellie tenacity rubbed off on you, or if it was his shared quality that brought you together, but I see a lot of her spirit in you. And that's the sort of ally we would lucky to have. Join our investigation into the Pale. I'd be happy with the iota of Nellie's resolve. We shall put that to the test soon enough. As you well know, the plan to reach Nightingale progresses both slow as a frozen river and as fast as a southern wind. But even if tomorrow we establish contact with the city of the road, Nightingale still drowns in his ghastly mist, no one in their right mind would dare cut across. Fortunately for us, one of our resident researchers has been tirelessly probing into any whiff of pale evidence since her arrival. Agatha Harris has progressed much with little recourse, but her work has finally reached a standstill. What does Agatha need? From the first signs of calamity, the brightest minds in Nightingale have been banging their heads against the wall to make a material sense of the magical blight. But Agatha has a broader mind than the ordinary Calcarian, and without Lady Lovelace's constant watch to spirit her, she has instilled some sorely needed unorthodoxy into her research. It falls to Agatha to decide how much she wishes to confide in you. All I can say is that she is in dire need of the resources that can only be obtained in the Ascended Realms. I can produce the resources she needs. With these instructions, you should be able to craft an Ascended Aquarium Realm card. For any other inquiries, you should find Agatha outside the tower by the corrupted portal. Before you go, understand that this is not a request I make of you lightly. If Agatha is right, trespassing into the outer Fey Wilds might be the very origin of our current predicament. However foolish we may have been in the past, the only choice we have left is to keep moving forward. Godspeed, Realmwalker. Farewell for now. Alright, and then we gotta learn about the research into the Pale at Agatha's. What did we say? We're saying at 46 minutes now. We'll do this one and see where we go from there. Looks like Agatha is all the way across the way. I probably won't continue on to any like long missions since I don't want this video to end up being like an hour, like 2 hours long or anything like that. So let's talk to Agatha Harris and see how this goes. Perhaps it could be reopened for just a moment. Wait politely. A sample would do wonders, but how to safely handle it? Oh, beg pardon. I didn't hear you approach over the wind. It's always heartening to see new faces here. My name is Agatha Harris, resident researcher into the unending pestilence we call the Pale. Quatermain sent me to assist you. Then you and he have my thanks. It is a great help. I'm not a fighter nor a forager, but there are a great many materials in the wider realms that could give us some clues as to the nature of our current predicament. If you could travel to the Ascended Realms and bring back the unique essence you find there, I may be able to glean some information from their composition. If not about the Pale itself, then at least about the realms we may yet need to venture into together. Alright, I'll return with what I find. Thank you for your helping more than just the people of the Watch. Onward then to the Ascended Realm. This might take a while, so I think when we got done, we traveled around the Watch bit. We'll save the Ascended Realm for the next episode. I do want to go back here and see what kind of things these traders are selling. $11,000? I'm gonna have to do a lot of those dungeons, I guess, to be able to buy some of this stuff. Besides the armor, though, let's see if there's any, like... These are refinement things. Yeah, these are refinement things. Holy crap. So I'm gonna have to do this quite a bit to get, like, the max level stuff by the looks of it. For upgrades. So I'll probably run a couple of those so I can buy the upgrades, start upgrading myself, and then we'll go into the Ascended Aquarium Realm. I'm curious about what the quest description is. Ascended Aquarium Realm can be... Oh, you get a charm from it. Antiquarium can be crafted from excellent enchanter focus. The Ascended Aquarium cards can be combined with any biome card. Use a card machine to open a portal to the Ascended Antiquarium Realm and biome. Alright, so I need to go there and get particular resources. But like I said, that'll be the end of this one. We achieved our goal. We got to Nightingale. We did quite a bit of searching while talking here. So, on our next episode, well, in between episodes before we get to that, I'll run through a couple of these dungeons, be able to probably buy all the crafting tables so that I can craft the next level of gear. And then I'll probably have to craft those cards too. I will throw this in a chest until like I get to a point to where, you know, wearing this coat is following the correct path line. But anyway, like I said, that'll be it for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed it. We finally made it to the Watch. And next time we'll go into an Ascended Antiquarium Realm. But anyway, please leave a like and subscribe. And until next time, later everybody.